Hey, Tony Gaskins here, checking in for another episode of Talks with Tony. Now, I had to skip a few of them because it just really weren't a fit for what we're doing here. Some things that deal with, past trauma and all of that is more so for counselors and therapists, not a life coach. So I try to, stay away from those. And then some just general, random questions. If you're asking a question about a reality show or a TV show, I don't watch reality and TV, so I really can't comment on the shows and stuff like that. I watch Netflix sometimes and Prime Video, but not the typical stuff that's on cable. So I had to skip over a few. Got one here. It's kind of short, so we're gonna jump into it. I didn't go through it, so we'll see what we get here, but it does look like an actual question. Hello, I was talking to a man who was my high school sweetheart. We broke up in 2012. He was cheating on me and he got locked up. I had moved on. I had never really healed from the situation. I met a man and we were dealing, and I had my beautiful son with him. We tried to make it work, but the age gap was too far apart, and he put his hands on me and really messed up my thought process. But we stopped talking, and my high school sweetheart reached back out to me when my son was 2. We talked for 2 years. I was there for him. I would put money on his phone. I would go visit him every week. Going through the trauma with my son's father really made me kind of look at my past relationship not being that bad at all. I felt if I was disloyal to him, he wouldn't do me wrong. When he got out in 2019, we tried to make it work. We break up at least 5 times from July to August 2020. He wanted to have children and I was not ready. I told him we are not ready. In our last breakup, he told me he accidentally got a woman pregnant. FYI, he doesn't have any kids at this point. He was very childish at times. I worked and have my own cleaning business, and at the time I told him he doesn't have to help with bills, but just get all the things he needs in order. Car, credit, etc. And I was looking for reassurance in something I once had before the trauma with my son's father. So I just want to know, how do I get over the situation? Why do men treat good women badly? Okay, so we might get to answer 2 questions on this one because, I might need to get to go to another one, and I ain't gonna waste my time on this just reading this. And the reason why I don't read these before the video is because I can't really be the judge of what's a good question and what's not. So y'all just have to work with me on that. Now this ties back into when you dating a jailbird. And so that's one thing you never want to do. No, unless you were already with the man and then he went to jail for something that is not bad, like something he was defending you or defending his child or something like that, but not because he's like a criminal breaking the law illegally. That speaks to his morals and his values, which also means that eventually is going to seep into your relationship. So that's rule number 1. Don't date jailbirds who in jail for the wrong type of stuff. So you got to look at each act on its own. The other lesson here is don't go backwards. So you already was with this man. He was your high school sweetheart and y'all broke up in 2012. When you wrote this, it was 2020. That's 8 years later. You met another man, you had a great time, and then y'all got intimate and you had a beautiful son with him. The age gap was too far apart and he put his hands on you and really messed up your thought process, so you stopped talking. And then your high school sweetheart reached back out to me when your son was 2 years old. We talked in 2 years. I was there for him. I would put money on his phone. I would go visit him every week, put every in all caps. Going through the trauma with my son's father really made me kind of look at all my past relationships not being that bad at all. So now here's your mistake. And this is what you got to realize. If this man was locked down and he came back to you because, you're a soul tie, you're an easy reconnection. So let me try my luck. He know you went out, you done got pregnant, you done had your baby. So now he like, okay, in her mind, maybe her stock has gone down. Maybe she feels less than. So he comes back out. He needs some help. So he got you helping him. He got his other high school sweetheart helping him. He got the woman who was in college, who he bumped into at the gas station helping him. Got his mama helping him. His auntie helping him. His homeboy that was out there in the streets with him when he was getting in trouble. Got them shooting, $10 every now and then. So his book's full. The money on his phone full. He living lavish. He come out. Next thing you know, he needs some help. You got a good job. You working. He trying to convince you to steal people jewelry. Out the house you cleaning. Trying to convince you to open their mail, get their address, see if you can find a social security number so you could do some fraud on them. You fought through that. You got past that. And you tell him, now, so not only were you taking care of him while he was locked down like his mama, then on top of that, you tell him when he get out, let me take care of you some more like your mama. Let me work, pay the bills, and you take care of you. You do what you got to do to get on your feet. So you give him some more grace. And then you was looking for reinsurance. Looking for something you had before the trauma with your son's father, and it didn't work out with you and this guy. He wanted to have children and I was not ready. I told him we are not ready. In our last breakup, he told me he accidentally got a woman pregnant. FYI, he doesn't have any kids at this point. So here's the thing. This man here, he got out and he's looking for some help. He got out and he's looking for some help, and you was helping him financially. You was giving him that freedom and space, but you were not gonna help him, through having his seed. He looking for him a baby mama that he could lock down. So he wanted to go and lock you down so that now, okay, boom, he got you. You locked down. Now you can't go anywhere, so anytime he needs somewhere to stay, he got somewhere to stay. Then he coming out that penitentiary, he wanted to be able to, well, thank you, ma'am, touch him something. So once again, the woman he got pregnant is one of the other women that was putting money on his books while you was putting money on his books. But what you wouldn't do, she was willing to do. So while you told him we not ready to get pregnant, she didn't tell him no, because she's more desperate than you. So now she pregnant. So now he finna go be that route. Do that with her because he's looking for help. So I want you to understand that right there. So the way you're going to get over this is now you got to take lessons from this. Here's the lessons. Never date a jailbird. Okay? Unless y'all just an exception to the rule. Never date a jailbird. All right? Number one. Number two, never take care of a man. Never give a man money. Don't ever give a man money. Okay? Number three, don't go back to dead relationships. Stuff that's over 8 years ago, and you going back to a man who has nothing to offer you. He came back to you and was locked up. So you have to ask yourself, what made that look like a good option? What made a jailbird from 8 years ago that we couldn't make it work the first time we were together? What made that look like a good option? Nothing. So when you get these lessons, now you create new standards. And going forward, you're going to say, okay, if I get with a man, he has to be single first. He can only have one child. He needs to have a job, be gainfully employed. He need to have his own place to stay, his own transportation, and be fully independent. Then on top of that, that's when, he needs to have his faith, whatever that is for you. His personality, be chivalrous. Now you put all the other things in there. Now listen, I was up late the night before last, and then last night I was up working, and then this morning. So while I'm looking at you, my eyes, I'm seeing double. About to fall asleep right now. So y'all forgive me, my eyes go to crossing. It's just cause I'm tired. But so I need me a nap, but I had to work with one of my homeboys, helping him get his business set up. Get another business set up for him. I help him get his barbershop open, and then now I help him get his t-shirt line off the ground. So I've been doing that. And so, and then I still needed the help y'all, so I had to come here right after doing that. And so I need to get my old nap in, but so y'all forgive if you trying to look at my eyes go to crossing. It's just I'm falling asleep while I'm talking to you. But I'm gonna get me some good rest tonight, because I got to be up early tomorrow, because I got a surprise for one of my people in my circle. And I'm thinking I'm gonna show y'all the surprise. I'm gonna show y'all this particular surprise. And don't get out the mouth. Oh, why you showing stuff that you doing over here? This one is a special one because it took some time and some customization. So I think I'm gonna show this one, and then the people who helped me with it, just to get them a little shout out. So there go your lessons right there. And you say, why do men treat good women badly? That's the eighth wonder of the world. We wondering that. But see, this is what I try to tell y'all. As adults, you can't expect for a man to have your back. You can't expect for a man to treat you the way you deserve to be treated. You have to know how you deserve to be treated. You got to know what you want. You got to know what a man's actions and his lifestyle, everything he brings to the table, what that says about him. And you got to have standards. Because had you had standards, this guy would have never even had the time of day with you, because his whole life was a red flag. Because you look at it like, oh, okay, we already been together. That didn't work out. So he was cheating on me and he got locked up. This was 2012. He was cheating on me and he got locked up. I had moved on. I never really healed from the situation. So when you look at this whole thing, it's like it's all a red flag. So that's first and foremost what you have to realize. And when you get that together, then you're able to go from there. And that is going to give you the little separation that you need, to where you can get your standards in order, get your mind in order, get your life in order, and then you could build from there. So think about that. All right. Think about that. So you know what? Hey, this one here, this letter long. This next letter is long. So I'm going to go ahead and post this one here because it's short. And then post this one because this is long. All right. And I don't know if this is good or bad question, but we'll go through this one. So this one here should go up. This next one should go up later tonight, like 9 p.m. It is Tony Gaskins. God bless you. Oh, and before I go, for the aspiring life coaches, the life coaching certification is $500 through March 8th. $500. After March 9th, it goes up to $750 as we move closer to its market value. I've been doing a steep still discount to help more people change their life, add a second stream of income, doing something that their heart wants to do. So, but I can't do that forever. So go to TonyGaskinsAcademy.com. TonyGaskinsAcademy.com. You're allowed to check out with debit or credit card, and you can take the course when you want to at your own time and pace. It does not expire. You have lifetime access. Any new videos get uploaded, which I'm reshooting the course, then with updated information, you'll get that information when I upload that. So thank you very much. God bless you. We'll talk soon.